good morning, this is Pixie doing another video. What's I talking about today? So I'm driving around, I'm driving to my yoga. I haven't been there for a while, to be honest. I just thought I'd sort of like check in really. And sometimes there's a resonance thing. If you do it in a group, it's better, but that's like a lot of things. If you do it in a group, it's better. I guess at some point in the future I'd like to set up some kind of fasting OMAD type group. Depends really what I'm doing. The only problem is, the more you get into doing one style of fasting, the more likely you're going to just promote that. Because certain regatta, oh dear, I'm going to hit some bloody crap here. I think let's see what happens. Yeah, so anyway, I'm off to Henley at the moment. And the other thing I'm going to pick up later is I've got a kind of like bit steampunkish gothic jacket. It's like made out of velvet, but it's 3/4 length. It's got some tails to it. And I'm just thinking about myself. Where am I going in my life when it comes to my sort of changing to fashion taste? I guess just have a mixture of different things in the wardrobe. I might fancy dressing a bit more flamboyant, a bit more steampunkish. I guess it's the whole thing of the Industrial Revolution, the Renaissance era, sort of all sorts of elements mixed into it. And also defining what a gentleman is. You know, most people dress the same nowadays. So apart from wearing a shirt or wearing a t-shirt, I mean, it's not really that much change. So I might look at some longer sort of waistcoats, because I've got a long back. They're not really long enough, there's no point. And also because my body shape has changed a bit, I might do, just to kind of redefine myself. And there's also in the UK, there's like conventions, so I might go into one of these things. Or fairs, they might call it steampunk fairs. Go there, dress up, and mix and mingle. That sort of thing. I do. It might be interesting. I wouldn't mind going to a UFO convention at some point. Just seeing what you can see and who would be there. It'd be interesting. But it might be beating the old can, the same old things. Beating the bucket. Yeah, it's like Area 51 and all these sorts of stuff like that. They got about greys and other things, and then they're sort of moving, well, how can they exist in this world? They've got to be interdimensional, right? And then that kind of gets put out there, but it's sort of, well, how do we prove that? It's just stuff that doesn't make sense, as if someone's reality, the fabric of their reality, can be torn up. A bit of that. Terrible. Wrote my OMAD. What am I doing? Yeah, I'm having a bit of I'm just tired. I woke up feeling tired, so fine. You know, there's certain exceptions. Wow, it's a big poppy field. You might see it in the wind. You see it in the back of the window, sort of. Yeah, it's red poppies and some white ones. Yeah, so it's just a case of my body said, hey, we need some sugar. Caffeine probably not the best thing. I do like it. And then later on I'll have quite a so it's kind of gone a little bit warrior today. So I'll have that, do my meditation session, and go collect this jacket, see what this looks like. Problem with these jackets though is that I got something off eBay before, and I looked at it, well, that's nice, and they put it in a nice, well, it just sent me something in a nice shiny material with a short back, and so the waistcoat didn't look quite right on me, and it's more fancy dress because it looks like a type of shiny satin type looking material. So I think I'll be a bit more careful about my purchases, and sort of speed changes, and then possibly get a few things like waistcoats are pretty cool. So yeah, that's something I'll look into. Especially things that are handmade. And then someone says, where'd you get that? Oh, well, it's handmade. Really? You know, it's that kind of different taste to it. Okay, there's a caravan's coming out here. So what else is going on? Yeah, I was working on my like voodoo type doll, magic doll. It's I've noticed though my luck seems to have increased. When you create these things, then certain energy things can go take place. So things are going my way more. And also, I think a good sign of good orgon is it's nice and cold to touch. I mean, you can put it in a warm environment and eventually warm up, I guess. And I know it's got clay in it, so it's got a ceramic element to it, and it will drop down in temperature. But that kind of cool, you have a feeling like it's healing, like it's soothing. So that energy it gives off a good vibe. That's what it gives off. I'll test it out. There's somebody who doesn't like. Typically, what he doesn't like dolls, but he doesn't like the plastic ones with weird eyes, and they just sort of open up wide. That one though, see what he thinks of it. If he likes it, then it's a vibe. It's more like he's sensitive to it. It's like having a phobia and showing somebody something and they're like, oh, I like that. And then normally you'd expect them to be scared of it. So that's important. I see what I learned today actually with yoga. Sometimes it opens my mind to new things. And I've realised I used it as a point to sort of heal myself. So I had some, ages ago in the past, I had some sort of heartbreak stuff and some other things. I just felt like shit basically. It wasn't like it's a slow drop down, it's just like being kicked off a cliff. And it's like, well, what do? I didn't realise this shit would happen. And yeah, just dealing with that really. Where am I going? I'm just keep driving. Oh yes, it's probably further than I remember. And yeah, so I used that as a kind of base for healing. Go out, do something, meet people, focus on the heart, focus on the neuro connections, and developing new skills I can employ in other areas of my sort of spiritual development, which it has. It's like focusing the consciousness in one area of your body and looking at healing and stuff like that. And then from there, it's got me looking at other things. So I just started doing this, like the cold thermogenesis. I was looking at, I thought to myself, do you know what? You could cool down the bath water with liquid nitrogen, which you'd have to be absolutely bloody careful with. But I looked it up. The stuff cost a fortune. There's no way you could use that. Like, even if it's like a canister, you could just spray it in and give it 5 minutes, and then you can jump in there in really nice cold water. It's just it's difficult if you wouldn't put ice in there. And the other thing I've noticed with people that they get into these chest freezers, and but they're only go up to their neck. They don't tend to put their head under the water. If you try putting their head under water, it gets their brain. That's what you want to do. Get that brain stimulated. They get dizzy and head colds and other things. They're just areas where your body's adapting, and once you've adapted, you're fine. I found some sort of mixture of going into fasting, a mixture of effects there. I think prolonged fasts. It's probably a good area to be in, and it's probably a bad area. I think if you push a prolonged fast and you're not quite there, it can zap your brain a bit. So I've been like using words that haven't quite fitted into the conversation. I've been sort of scrambling around for words. So whether I'm just tired as well. But what I'm going to do is going to get some special mushrooms, just like reishi and lion's mane, and then use that to. They got it cordyceps. They basically are neurotropic, so they stimulate your brain and help healing and stuff. I might look at things like the psilocybin type mushrooms and other things, but just for stimulation, not to. I'm not want to change who I am completely. I'm just improving, and it's just that experimentation at a low level. I think sometimes people jump in feet first, and what might happen is they have an experience and they're changed by it, and they might be changed for good or bad. Like, I wouldn't want to have an extreme hallucination, and then I'm so traumatized by that anything that stimulates that causes a fear reaction. But then again, I might want to face certain demons to looking for answers. So there's other things as well. And also rifle machine, I've got to start playing with that. Using different frequencies, different energies. I need to do a bit of feng shui, sort my flat out. It's got a lot of it just looks, if it's a reflection of my mind, it's a lot I'm not clearing up and dealing with. That's what it shows. So yeah, you know, there's some tidying up that I need to sort out. Some old paperwork I need to get rid of. Stuff that people keep giving me. I do a course to give you a bit of paperwork, and it's meaningless stuff like a refresher in, you know, whatever it might be. It's health and safety, or something, or he scored 80% on drug administration training or something. And I'm thinking, yeah, but I use it every day, so it's not exactly. I just don't remember all the stuff. Lovely. Right, okay, well this is me and Henley now, so I will speak to you soon, take care and have fun.